Hi, engineers out there. Welcome to this new series on Paystack Webhook. In this series, I'm going to show you how to integrate Paystack into your app using Webhook. In previous tutorials, we have been using Callback, and you may ask, why should I choose Webhook over Callback? Well, let's find out from Paystack documentation itself why you should use Webhook over Callback. So as you can see, we are in a Paystack documentation. And from what we can see here, it says webhooks allow you to set up a notification system that can be used to receive updates on certain requests made to the Paystack API. It goes further to say in the introductory part, generally, when you make a request to an API endpoint, you expect to get a near immediate response. However, some requests may take a long time to process, which can lead to timeout errors rather. In order to prevent a timeout error, a pending response is returned. Since your records need to be updated with the final state of the request, you need to either make a request for an update, popularly known as pooling, or listen to events by using a webhook URL. Listen to this helpful tip. We recommend that you use webhook to provide value to your customers over using callbacks or pooling. With callbacks, we don't have control over what happens on the customer's end. Neither do you. Callbacks can fail if the network connection on the customer's device fails or is weak, or if the device goes off after a transaction. So you can see the reason why you have to choose webhook over callbacks. In the previous tutorials, we've been using callbacks, but here now, in this series, I want to show you how to use webhook because at times, you know, customers on their part, while they are trying to pay for a service, probably on your website, and in the process, let's say there's network failure, or probably the device just goes off. What happens? Using callback, you won't be able to track what happens to the customer's attempt. But when you use webhooks, Paystack and you will be able to track that transaction. And probably, let's say now the customer tries to initiate a payment and then something happens, network failure, anything can happen, device can go off. Then using webhook, you will be able to track that, oh, truly this customer attend. When the customer comes and makes complaint that, see, I was trying to make payment and I was charged, but my wallet was not updated because my phone went off or there was network failure, something like that. And then you'll be able to track and look for what happened. While Paystack also will have that attempt on their own end. So both of you, you and the Paystack can now try to resolve the issue. But when you use callback, then it will be very difficult for you and Paystack to actually track that transaction, and that will be problem. So that's why they are recommending that you should use webhook instead of using callbacks. It's a recommendation though, but I believe you too want to make use of webhook in your app instead of making use of callback so that you will have rest of mind, and your customers also, those who will be using your app, will also have a rest of mind that, okay, if something should happen, there's a way you can trace it and try to rectify the error. So that's what we are going to be looking at in this series. So we are going to dive into the coding in the next video. Please, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. See you in the next one.